Hello everyone, Andrew Chubb here from Awalé Resources. We're a TSX-V listed company with the ticker ARIC. Really happy to be bringing you some news about the Fremen target, which is on our 100%, one of the targets on our 100% Awalé properties. But at the same time, very happy that we closed the financing with Fortuna Mining that we announced, and we've now taken a $6 million investment from Fortuna, and that's a real vote of confidence in the Awalé team, the Awalé way, how we go about our exploration, and really gives us the runway to really branch out and make new discoveries in our 100% Awalé properties outside of the joint venture. So without further ado, let's move on into the webinar. The usual forward-looking statements. Quickly, where we are, we're in the northwest of Côte d'Ivoire. We've got just under 3,500 kilometres of exploration tenure. We have now, there is a package here of 5 granted permits, 2 under joint venture of Newmont. So today we're talking about 100% Awalé properties, which are these guys, Seydou, Sama and Cienso. And then these 2 further to the north are still under application, and we should be getting them granted sometime toward the end of the second quarter. Particularly today, we're talking about the Fremen target and the extension that we now have to that target and the initial drilling that we've done there. But at the same time, we have a helicopter mobilizing, and the helicopter will be in country tomorrow or the next day. And once we've done all the clearances, next week we'll start flying a magnetic survey over 1 to 3 Awalé permits there. So that's one of the first steps in particularly on this target up here, is developing the drill targets up there over the next 6 months. So we'll be doing intensive geochemistry programs and getting ready, getting a series of targets ready on those permits, as well as this Cienso permit over to the west for drilling at the end of this year. But on the Cienso permit, we are just about to start drilling again, and there will be more drilling after the wet season. So the wet season is upon us, probably going to come in August, July, or well, it comes usually July, August. But now just zooming in on that Fremen target, it's about 4 kilometres along strike from the BBM discovery in the joint venture. Termitaria anomaly, a little bit broken up here. Most recently, and in this news release, we've actually extended this Termitaria survey, which ended along here, but prior, this survey has been continued another almost 8 kilometres down to the permit boundary down here. This here is the permit boundary with the joint venture to the west. So this is where Newmont is earning in, and Awalé is operating as well. But this new 5 kilometre long anomaly is really exciting. It's a beautiful arcuate structure, or it's got a bend in it basically, which is quite similar to BBM. BBM has these bends, and where those bends are is we've found significant mineralization. And so we've got an RC rig about to start drilling, and we've got 3 drill lines in the core here, which are quite broadly spaced, a bit over 600 meters, and then some slightly bigger step outs to the north and the south as well. But the P1 holes are three core lines in the middle, which equate to roughly 1,200 meters of drilling. And as I mentioned, those lines are about 600-700 meters apart. So they're very broad spaced. Having a look to see what's in there, see if the geology is right. This is scout drilling. So you come in, you try to understand where you are, and then when you understand where you are, you come and do infill drilling and do more drilling. And this is how we make discoveries. Sometimes you get lucky and make a discovery early, but quite often you just get indications of the mineralization, the right geology, the right alteration, and that's what we're following up. And I speak about that because in the drilling that we've announced in this release on these 4 scout drill lines up here, this is what we've got. We've got the right geology, we've got the alteration, and we've got mineralization. Now, the mineralization is not the same as BBM yet, but this is significant enough for us to keep going. And the really nice thing about it is we've shown that the structure is real from this drilling. The geology is right, and there's mineralization along that high strain. And then we're seeing more of the same anomalism down here. And this is what we think can show that we have got the potential for standalone deposits within the 100% Awalé properties. That's the important thing, standalone deposits in the 100% Awalé. So just quickly looking at that drilling, I mean, what we're seeing here is something very, very similar to BBM. So we've got granite diorite, shear zone, mineralization, and sedimentary package. So that's this line up here, number P3. And then the next section, so P4, we hit a lot of granite in this line. This is where the 1 gram anomaly was from the termite area. We haven't quite understood what that is yet. But so the geology is quite ubiquitous there, but there is iron oxide alteration within that granite, which is of interest to us anyway. And then down here, P2 and P1, we did get some hits, a few more on this line P2, which is on the next slide. So the line P2, we saw all the right alteration, hematite epidote, silica and some carbonate alteration, some really quite high strain rocks or well sheared rocks shown in this zone here. But what the key thing is, what the shear has done is it's not tracking along a contact. It's actually pretty much all in volcanosediments, metasedimentary rocks. So this whole package is showing different alteration, but the host rocks are mostly those sedimentary rocks. And so we will do our homework and figure out, and the mag that we're about to fly will probably be quite helpful as well. But where this shear is coming into intrusive rocks is probably got more potential for better mineralization, and we know they're around because we have seen float of those kicking around. So in a nutshell, we're very, very happy with what we've seen so far. We're extremely happy about the new 5 kilometre long anomaly, and we're just about to start drilling on that probably this week or early next week. And that drilling will get done before the wet season comes in July. So it's really exciting stuff for us to be drilling on our 100% properties, and also like branching out on those 2 new permits as well. So keep watching Awalé. There's going to be plenty of news flow from the other properties, which are the joint venture properties, but we're going to be telling you about our 100% Awalé properties at the same time. Thanks everyone, and we'll speak again soon.